Hey everybody, Jarrett Bell is actually the recipient of the Bill Nunn Award. Congratulations.
Thank you. I appreciate that.
Well deserved. You've been covering this for a long time, and from a perspective and with language that is candid, clear, authentic, and needed in our culture. So from that perspective and your conversations with the owners, what do you think about what's happened today?
It's another layer, another chapter. Maybe this will be more effective than some of the other programs. You know, I've been covering this league for a long time, and I've seen a lot of different initiatives, symposiums, conferences, meet and greets, you know, a lot of different things. What the organizers tell me about this one,
Smooth down here a little bit. So
is that
it's better.
there will be, you know, there's more effort from the owners. You know, there's more involvement from the owners. So we'll see. But I mean, we'll find out more in January, February when the hiring comes. Because for the life of me, I just don't know if, you know, sitting down and talking to Aaron Glenn, for example, is going to be the difference maker.
You know, I said this to I buttonholed one of the NFL people about this because I said, and it came to me when the question of who calls whom comes up, right? In our culture, we're not taught to trust, quote, the white man to reach out to call to expect something. And so I was saying to them, you have to explain and realize in our culture and then teach a certain aggression, whatever you want to call it, of wanting something and saying, I'm going to call in, I'm going to get that person. You don't wait for the owner to call you, right?
Yeah, but
what do you think about it?
We'll see. If Aaron Glenn picks up the phone and calls Jerry Jones when he has an opening, whether, you know, he'll get the phone call returned. Whether there'll be a legitimate interview. If he calls John Mara and the Giants have another opening, they've had like 3 now in the last 4 or 5 years. You know, will he really get a shot? You know, so that's where the rubber really meets the road. So all of this sounds good. On paper, it looks good. It's what you want to say. It's how you want to teach it in the classroom. Real life. We'll see. You know, when, you know, 10 openings come up and one guy gets a job, and Leslie Frazier gets passed over, and Byron Leftwich gets passed over, and Nick Sirianni gets a job from who, what, where. So that's what, you know, we'll find out.
Whereas Dale Lynn was saying to me in my interview the other day, he said Archie Cooley's the genius that created the trips, and he doesn't get the credit.
Yeah, well, let's not even try to, you know, let's talk about the real NFL right now, what we're talking about. I mean, yeah, the credit, we can always say that, but point being, the proof is going to be in the pudding when people get opportunities or they don't get opportunities. And when certain people get opportunities and you go, wait, who is that? Versus, you know, known commodities with Super Bowl rings not getting opportunities. So there's so much focus on the head coaches because that's the most visible position, you know, outside the quarterback and maybe a star player. But I mean, we know head coaches, you know, on the sidelines during the games, they get so much face time during the week, press conferences, they run the teams. So that's a very important position, but you can look at so many different facets of life in the NFL and the workplace in the NFL and the positions that are there, from the equipment managers to the trainers to the marketing people, all the way up the chain. And one other thing that really has to happen, I think, and there hasn't been enough focus on it, is the decision makers who are in the room, besides the owners, when these interviews are taking place.
Well said.
Okay.
Very well said.
Not a lot of people of color are even in the room. When the decisions, I'm talking about senior level executives, when they're interviewing people and trying to make these, you know, strategic decisions. So Kim Pagula, the Bills owner, was just standing here a minute ago, and I bet you if she wouldn't walk through her headquarters with the Buffalo Bills and looked around at every department, outside of the players, there are not many black people there in that building. And I'm talking about from PR interns all the way up to the senior level people. So there's a lot of different areas that need to be developed when it comes to equality in the NFL.
Well said. Hey, tell them how to catch you on Twitter.
You know, Jarrett Bell.
Jarrett Bell on Twitter. He's also so cool, pop-up Bell, but you know, no, it's just Jarrett Bell now.
Yeah, that's all. That's what it's always been, man.
follow this man. Just make sure
I don't
you
do a
follow
lot
this
on
man.
Twitter, so you can follow me if you want, and I might tweet once a month. So that's not, just go to usatoday.com and read our stuff.
Even better.
Yeah.
Go to usatoday.com and read his stuff. There you go. Thank you, sir.
You're welcome.